Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So this is a real quick video. Well, it's not that quick, but I think it's interesting. It's a really good topic. I saw Sports Card Show, Ziggy No, did a video on this very topic last night. I really enjoyed it. And I had actually saved the video he based it on in my watch later. So I went and watched that one as well. This is by Sports Cards Once Again, which is a really cool channel. I recommend subscribing to him as well as Sports Card Show. So what Sports Cards Once Again did was a video with 10 moral dilemmas in the sports card industry and asked what you would do with them. So I'm going to answer those here instead of in his comments section. Number one, and actually before I start, I would say that what I always tell my kids is if you have to ask if it's moral or if it's immoral, it's probably immoral. If you have to ask, it's not even worth asking the question because it's probably immoral and you shouldn't do it. But we're going to go through all these scenarios because I think they're all really interesting, and many of them apply to all of us. So in the first one, an online seller puts the wrong card in your envelope that they have shipped to you, and the one that they added is more valuable than the one you received. Or in this case, he's saying that they accidentally slid in one with a group that you bought. And let's say that you paid $10 for all these cards, and this one card itself is worth $30 or $40. The easy answer here is you reach out to them and tell them. This actually happened to my friend Ryan within the last 3 or 4 months. And he reached out to the eBay seller, because Ryan's a good guy like that, and said, hey, you included this card, or maybe he sent him the wrong card altogether, and the one you sent me is worth more. And the seller actually said, sorry about that, keep it. I'll mail you the other one free of charge. I think that's what happened anyway. And so that's the right thing to do from the seller's perspective and the buyer's perspective. If I were the buyer, I wouldn't even hesitate. I would just say, hey, you sent me the wrong card and yours is more valuable. Where can I ship it back to you? Number two, and by the way, I would love to know what your thoughts are on any of these. Put them in comments. Have you encountered anything like this? What are your thoughts on any of these scenarios? Number two, you open a sealed box of packs and you get the big hits out of that sealed box quickly. Let's say in the first 3 or 4 packs, and you decide to sell the rest of the packs without disclosing that the hits have already been opened. This is so shady. You cannot do this. Now, I know a lot of people do it. A lot of shops do it. A lot of eBay stores do it. It is common in the industry and has been since the 90s, at least. But it is so shady. Don't do it. If you do open packs and you get those big hits and you want to sell the rest of them, that's fine. But you have to disclose that you've already gotten the patch cards or the autographs or whatever it is that people are after in that box. That's the only right thing to do here. A friend who doesn't know anything about the industry, of course, sells you their childhood cards for $200. You just take them sight unseen, you get them home, and you realize that they're actually worth like $3,000. What do you do? And Ziggy No said it perfectly. The key word here is friend. This is your friend. I would immediately tell them, or if I'm going to sell them all, which isn't my thing anyway, I would just give them $1,500 and just say, hey, I made a lot more money from your cards than you expected. Here's half of it for you. But even if it's not your friend, would you do that? Yeah, I think I would at least let them know, hey, I got a lot more from that than I thought or that you thought. And this is probably why I wouldn't be a good dealer. But I also watch Chris Sewell on Baseball Card Collector Investor Dealer, and I think that he would do this too, and he seems to be a really good dealer. And I think that's what makes him a good dealer. So I would tell the person that I bought it from that it was worth a lot more than either of us expected, and I would offer to give them some of the money. Number 4, someone wants to buy an autograph from you, but you have no idea of its authenticity. Now, I have this perfect example right here. Willie Mays autograph on an index card. If somebody wanted to buy, I paid $10 for this. If somebody wanted to buy this from me, I would tell them, look, I don't know if this is authentic, and I don't think it is. These loops are are loopier than Willie Mays's, and I'm sending it off to PSA DNA, so you should know that there is risk in buying this from me. But I'd also build that risk into the price. So I bought it for $10, maybe I'd try to sell it for 20. If it's authenticated, it's a $200+ index card or autograph. There's also always the risk that a raw autograph is fake, but not everybody knows that. And I try to behave in a way that I would have wanted people to treat me when I first got back into the hobby 2 years ago, which is teach me. You know, I made mistakes, and we're going to get to one of them here in a minute. But it would have been nice if somebody hadn't intentionally tried to trick me, or had just intentionally left out information that I could have learned from and been better with. This one's a weird one. So the buyer at the next booth to you wants to buy a card from that dealer for $100, but that dealer is in the restroom at the moment. When the dealer comes back out, that buyer has moved on. So you go up to them and offer them $85 for that card. The dealer accepts for $85. You find that buyer and you offer them the card for $100 and they accept. I really don't know how I feel about this one. It is shady for sure. You know, you could see like that buyer is long. I would tell the dealer, hey, there was a guy here. He's got a red hat on or whatever. He was looking to buy that card for $100 for asking price, and you were away. That would be my preferred way of going about it. Or I'm not really sure. I wouldn't. It's so shady to go behind their back and make $15 extra off. I think it's shady towards the other dealer more than anything. It's a tough one though. I feel like this is pretty common in the industry. You create 100 mystery packs of all commons plus one hit. So let's say you've got 50 mystery packs. 49.9% of those packs are commons. You've got the one hit in there. And you advertise these packs as with one exclusive hit. Is this shady? I think that most mystery packs are shady in the first place for this very reason. You know, they're going to say, oh, you get some Hall of Famers, but they're worthless Hall of Famers. There are very few, and I did an unboxing of one that I thought was good. But most mystery packs are junk, and they're shady, and they're just a way for the sellers to get rid of their common cards. I would never do it. When I was a kid, I used to do it. When I was like 13 years old and I was going to card shows, I would repack cards because I saw other dealers doing it and I thought it was a cool idea. And I tended to put cards in that were too good because I was always a generous person with my cards. And I just wouldn't do mystery packs at all anymore. A YouTuber makes a video increasing the value of a certain player's cards, that pumping those cards up, and it's unintentional on their part, will be very kind to this YouTuber, but they still dump those cards and profit from them. So this is the classic pump and dump scheme. I think this is also very common in YouTube and in the sports card world. In the stock market, if you own stocks and you are writing about those stocks, you have to disclose those. I think that would be, so if we were to regulate the stock market, the card market, there should be some rule about disclosing that you own, you're high on this player's cards, you have a lot of them. I would not do it without at least disclosing that I have a lot of this player's cards and I intend to sell these soon. I'm investing in these and would like to sell them. That just seems to be the right thing to do to me. Number 8, someone offers a really high price to you on a card that you own based on comps that you suspect to be shill bids. You're quite sure that they're shill bids, and that the shill bid is way above what you believe that card to be worth. This is, again, something where I would tell the person, look, let me teach you how to read comps. So you see, like the last 6 months, the average is $30, and this one that just sold yesterday was $150, and that was a fake bid. That was somebody pumping up the value of that card so they could then turn around and sell it for that price or somewhere close to there. This is really common too, and it's a tough part of this industry. But I would teach the person. I would not sell it for a ridiculous amount. First of all, I would have clear prices on my cards. Like if I were at a card show or something, I don't like going to dealers that don't have prices on their cards, and I would not be that kind of dealer. Number 9, you learn how to make light hit your cards to make it look like they are like a prism or a refractor or a hollow when they really aren't. And you post that picture on eBay or another selling platform without a picture of the back. You are intentionally trying to fool someone into buying that, but you aren't lying about the product that you're selling. Is this shady? 150 million %. This is maybe the worst one of all of these. This is, and I got fooled by this, which is probably why I'm so passionate about this. When I was fresh into the hobby again, I got fooled by this. This is terrible. Number 10, a YouTuber with a day job with a sports card company posts a video where they trash a competitor of that company without clear reason why. They're just trashing them. And yeah, I think this is very much like the video increasing the value of a card. It's a conflict of interest, and that YouTuber should disclose that they are employed by the competitor, or a competitor of the company that they're trashing. They shouldn't even post that video at all. They should be unable to post videos that even discuss competitors, in my opinion. It's shady and immoral. So let me know what you think about these in the comments. Click that subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching.